Hello, it is me, Pearl from Pearl and the Prayers, and this is Tuned In Tarot. And we are about to begin the Tell Me Everything spread. If you are joining me from TikTok lives, welcome. Thanks for coming over here with me to do the Tell Me Everything spread. I'm going to shuffle the positions live today so that you can hear the different positions. And normally I would be shuffling to music, but since I'm shuffling live on YouTube, I can't do that because I will be breaking the law if I do that. So unfortunately, I can't do that, even though the Leo in me wants to break the law. Please, thank you. Okay, but anyway, we're not going to. Instead, we're going to shuffle for the positions. So divine masculine energy, headspace, these are the things I seek forgiveness for. These are the things I want to say about the present moment. This is what I want from you. This is what I long for. This is what I need right now. And this is something I hope for us. And this is how I feel about the connection. And this is what I'm hiding from you. Shame on me. And again, so know all the positions now. And I will just shuffle and I'll tell you about my day. It's been going pretty well so far. I did TikTok lives. I'm up to 9,600 followers. Thank you so much to everybody who followed me today and sent donations. It was lovely. If you'd like to send more donations to help me raise money for my car, you can go to pearlsprayers.com and click on support and do so. I had a good Thanksgiving. Like, it was really good. It was super fun and I needed that. So I'm still recovering. Yesterday I was like, wow, I still don't feel good. And I will not drink that amount of alcohol again. And that's what we always say. And then we do it anyway. Divine Feminine Stern. All right. So if you're here and this is your first time here because you've come over here from TikTok, let me tell you the way that I do things. I read feminine and masculine energy. However, this does not have anything to do with gender. So it does not matter what your body parts are. These two energies will apply to you as a whole person. They will also kind of creepily apply to the people in your life. There will be one or two people that are so close to you that you will probably consider them your twin or something. And that can be one of the reasons why people find my channel. But the uncanny experience you're having is just that someone is very, very, very similar in how they are experiencing their divine masculine feminine energy within inside of themselves. And usually when you're really similar to somebody, you're going to have the ability to trigger them. The triggering that you experience is an opportunity for you to find the places inside where you develop these beliefs that are pretty much not accurate in any way. And these beliefs have caused you to have these experiences over and over and over again. And you're just like, why? It's like, well, because there's some weird thing that you believe between the ages of 0 to 7. And this person, they help you figure out where that belief came from and how it functions for you. Because this is the thing. While it may feel like a curse, it has functioned for you your whole life in some way to bring you to this point, which is where you are now going to achieve your divine purpose, which is so lovely. All right, the final positions are, this is what I promised to do about how I think and feel. And then this is something I'm really thankful for about you, because I added that position after Thanksgiving because I thought, oh, that's nice. I should always have that. To do about it and something I'm thankful for about you. Okay. And then actually I should do these other things, which would be 2 things. Okay. And then I don't know where to put my decks. Oh, the most fun, the sexy position. Good morning, Saffron and Elizabeth. Are you here? You got your own Tell Me Everything spread and you're here again today, Elizabeth. I love you. Thanks for supporting me, babes. All right. Also, you're like, I need more. Give me more information. I got the moon at the top of my reading. I need to know what I don't know. All right. Sexy positions have been filled. what I want to do to you and what I want you to do to me has been accounted for. So we will be titillated this fine Lord's Day of Sunday. All right. I'm feeling punchy today. I've got a reading at 2. Man, the more I work, the less I have to think about myself. And then I know the moon keeps coming up a lot, right? And thank you for saying you love the lives. I appreciate you being here. Final message for the twins. And then we need a little healing. Give us a little healing, please. And then we need the themes for the week. And we're good. Alrighty. Whoop. I don't know what order these go in, like that, I guess. And then the Thoth Tarot, this ginormous, which I'm actually excited about because I always see readers do the thing where they do like the side shuffle thing, and I can do it with this deck because it's big enough. I don't know how they do that on the smaller decks. I'm a pianist, and I feel like my hands aren't strong enough to get the cards to bend like that. But I don't like things to be bent or broken in any way. So I'm like, oh, I don't want to break this. Oh, thank you for saying you donated to the car fund today. I definitely need a car. It's got to happen. I'm spending so much on like car services. I went to Friendsgiving and it was like $40 to get there. And I was like, cool. I could have just, the amount of money I spent on these car services this month, I could have been having a car payment if I qualified for one. But seeing as I'm a very irresponsible Pisces rising, I do not qualify for anything except to have to get my own cash. And that is fine. Sometimes you just shouldn't have credit. Okay. Anyway, let us continue. Or let us begin, rather. I don't know who to start with. I'll let you choose. Somebody in the comments, do I start with masculine or feminine? I'll just let you decide today. We'll see what your priorities are. Tell me, what do you want, masculine or feminine? I'm going to get a drink while I'm waiting. Nobody's brave enough. They don't want to admit that they want to hear the masculine first. All right, I'm going in. I'm going for the masculine side. Aha! Saffron wins. Masculine side. I knew it. Because it's the side we're most disconnected from in our feminine energy, right? It's the side that we're most uncertain about. It's the side we need the most information about in our feminine energy. It's fine. But it's still us, okay? So this is how I feel about the connection. Here is the Page of Wands in reverse and the Queen of Swords in reverse. I don't think you like me anymore. I don't think you like me anymore. I don't think you like me anymore. Like maybe you love me, but I don't know if you like me. I feel like the like part is maybe questionable from you right now because I'm getting not a lot from you. You're not talking to me much. And it's because I don't initiate conversation with you, but I like don't want to admit that I'm too afraid to because I'm afraid of you. I literally wrote down today in my morning pages, I was about to write down that I felt like I wanted to release the feeling of being intimidating. And then rather than write that, I wrote, I am approachable. And here's the divine masculine being, I'm intimidated as fuck by you. And me over here being like, yeah, I'm approachable. What do you mean? I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I know you're mad. I know you're mad at me. And you're mad at me because of how immature I have been and because I haven't initiated communication and because I haven't taken any actions and because I've only made these inconsistent and ineffective and inefficient gestures towards you. And I know you're mad at me. And I feel like you probably don't like me. I'm not going to argue with that, masculine. Okay. This is something I'm hiding from you. This is the 6 of Wands. There we go. And the 9 of Wands in reverse. Now, wow, this is a lot of wands. We got 4 cards and 3 of them are wands. So, and there was a lot of wands in the reading with Grace Striker yesterday, which, by the way, if you missed it, was crazy. Like the first reading, we started readings on TikToks yesterday, and the first person that did the reading, we were like, oh, shuffle cards, da-da-da. And the same 2 cards came out, basically. It was like the Queen of Pentacles in reverse for her and the Queen of Pentacles upright for me. And then the other card was like a direct opposing energy. It was like ridiculous. So go check that out. The synchronicities were like crazy. And I was very sassy yesterday, so enjoy. Divine Masculine, what I'm hiding from you right now. I'm hiding from you that I have healed the victim mentality that was keeping me from feeling comfortable with going public with my feelings about you, but also other things in my life. There's pearls on this card, like me, but those pearls, I think, are also about what the process of becoming a pearl, which is, this organism that lives in the ocean. A tiny irritant enters the organism, and that organism starts to secrete a chemical that coats either the virus or the little piece of sand, like whatever it is that is irritating the oyster. And then that secretion hardens around that irritant, and that just keeps happening. So it's a rare thing that happens, and it's like these layers of opalescent light, okay? But in order to be able to have a reward like that, there's an irritation that's required. There is a foreign element that must enter into a safe place and be contained. There is a wound that must be healed. So Divine Masculine is basically saying, our experience caused me to go and figure out where this was for me, where this foreign element entered and how it caused me to protect myself, layers and layers and layers of protection. And now, instead of being isolated from others and protected from others, I can see the treasure of what I gained in my isolation, which was finally healing the wounds that were keeping me from being able to be who I am authentically in public, with others, with you. This can also be actually that this person has gone into a recovery. Like they are hiding that they've gone into a recovery of some kind. So they could be in like a rehabilitation program. Like they're not public about it, but they're coming out of it and it will be public knowledge. These are the things I'm seeking forgiveness for. Always when this happens, it's like, I'm seeking forgiveness. like, okay, I just said that. But this is the Judgment card and the 7 of Cups in reverse. I'm sorry for not choosing you. I'm sorry for having other karmic entanglements and for spreading myself thinly. And, if there was this addiction here, which we're seeing the 7 of Cups and we're seeing the devil, and I'm sorry for being a slave to my addictions, whether that was, other people or more likely substances or confusion, or the fact that I constantly left you without any clarity, because look at how there is clarity coming from the forgiveness that takes place here. So I am sorry. And I'm also sorry judging you for having other options or keeping other energies in the in the background, because now I have much more of a feeling of compassion that like you were suffering in waiting for me, and that I can't hold it against you that you had to make those choices to do what was healthy for yourself. So I'm sorry for all of those things. This is the way I feel about the present moment. I just want to punch walls. The Empress in reverse. The Sun in reverse. The Temperance card in reverse. I just can't be happy without you, Divine Feminine. I can't allow myself to feel truly happy if you are not in my world. If I make you wait anymore, if I continue to experience this impatience from you and anger, these mixed emotions, really, I'll never be happy. Like, I'll never be happy until I actually make you mine. And I'm working on balancing. I'm out of balance myself. I'm out of balance. I've had to heal these inner wounds. I've been seeking this enlightenment about the reasons why I make the choices that I make. But I know that I will never be happy without you. That is how I feel right now. This is what I want from you. The Magician and the Six of Pentacles in reverse. I have to get my ego out of here to read this properly. So I want you to work with me. God damn it. I'm so fucking pissed at this. Okay, it's fine. Go away. I want you to work with me. I want you to give back to me what I'm giving to you. But you know what? It's so hard for me. My ego is so challenged by this right now. Because what masculine is giving back is imbalanced. So the feminine is stuck because you can't give back to somebody who is giving you imbalance if you want to be balanced, right? So it's kind of a frustrating position. If you are currently out of balance, masculine, what can you possibly be trying to give me? But that's what he wants. He wants you to work with him, to allow you to and I think he wants you to receive what he wants to give you, but it's still not even. It's still not balanced. There's still a problem here with this position. This has been happening. This happened, I think, on Thursday when I did the Tell Me Everything, where what he wanted was still fucked up. And I feel like that's still the reason why Temperance is in reverse and the Sun card is in reverse, because this bitch is not healed yet in this regard. Like, and I'm having to apply this to myself, right? Okay. So I want my emotional side of myself to work with me more. I want it to like me, but I'm not really putting in the work. I'm not doing the things that would make the feminine side feel open and receptive. Like I'm only scratching the surface, right? I'm being immature in giving things to myself. I'm like only kind of giving myself things. That's kind of the energy of this position for me. Interesting. But I want you to work with me. I want you to manifest this reciprocity with me. This is something I long for. This is the 9 of Pentacles upright. I mean, I long for you. I long for this reward. I long to see you return to me in this Falcon energy and return to our journey towards that 10 of Pentacles, to move from this single energy into the 10 of Pentacles. I long to be the one that returns to you and takes you out of this single energy. And I long to tell you that I know that I'm your soulmate. I know that I am your twin, and that I have been waiting for you. And I want this reward. Wow. This is what I need. Temperance. And right above it was the Temperance in reverse. This is what was keeping him from feeling happy. The imbalance. He needs to feel in a state of balance within himself. He needs to feel like, I need to feel like the connection is protected. That this 5D communication, this temporal, or not temporal, not of the earth, this otherworldly connection that we have, is safe, it is protected, and that we're balanced. And I need our emotions to be balanced towards one another. Once we start to feel this peace and this harmony coming from this energy, I will take action. I will come towards you. As soon as I have achieved this temperance within myself, now this could be giving up drinking, giving up substance or sex addiction, going to anger management, going to work on how to feel and process our feelings. But Divine Masculine needs to do something in regards to this harmonizing energy. Once I have done this, I will take this action towards you. I will be your monogamous king. This is a monogamous king because he has managed to control his sexual desires. He is the king that has this wand, right? This is the spirit, the passion, sexual urges, sexual energy. And this king is in command of it. So as soon as I have tempered myself and my energy, I will be the one for you. I already feel that I am the one for you. So just let me get this under control, and I'll be coming right at you. These are the things I hope for us. The Hierophant and the King of Swords. Okay. The Hierophant is the card of marriage. It is the card of sacred union. It is the card of learning our lessons, achieving our diploma, graduating. It's about tradition. It is about faith and trust in a higher power. And the King of Swords is about being able to be direct and in command. This is not in shadow, so it's not about being icy or aloof. It's about communicating with confidence. This is Archangel Michael's sword energy, confidence. And with coming out with that King of Wands, the passion, being able to articulate the feelings, the passion, the sensuality, being able to really communicate that, detaching enough from the emotional aspects to be able to really be honest and truthful and in his integrity. Bring it, Divine Masculine. I'm ready for it. Let's see it. Like I believe you can do it. So lay it on me. And then we are getting, these are the things I promise to do about how I think and feel. The Hanged Man in reverse. And this Knight of Wands that will not go away. This Knight of Wands came up in the Grace Strager reading yesterday. This Hanged Man in reverse is so significant to me because this when it is upright, which is in this place of suspension, we are seeing a vampire bat. And the obvious association we make with that is that someone is draining us of our life's blood. Okay. But in this case, this is in reverse because Divine Masculine is saying, I am not going to suspend us anymore. I'm not going to keep us waiting. I'm not going to drain you of your energy, focused on me while I do nothing. I'm going to finally take us out of the suspension, and I'm going to do it fast because I'm coming in my Knight of Wands energy, excited, driven, passionate, and I'm not bringing with it any of the elements before because I faced the karmic aspects of this card. When I come in this time, it is not just going to be love bombing. When I come in this time, it is going to be to sweep you off of your feet. Like, you're not going to know what hit you. And these are things I'm thankful for about you. This is the 8 of Pentacles. I'm thankful for how patient you have been. And I'm thankful that you have let me build myself and my career, and that you value what I do in the world, and that you do feel like it is important. And I'm thankful that you have such amazing creativity and that you do incredible work in the world. I appreciate the work that you do. I benefit from the work that you do. And I'm so thankful for that. And I'm thankful that you have never put this burden of our relationship down. I know how hard that has been. And I'm thankful that you have held on to it and that you have kept persevering, and also that you've been open and communicated with me many times about your feelings, even when I have not been able to, and that you've just never given up. You've never felt like I was too much for you. He feels emotional about that, like he's holding back emotion. And then this is something I want to do to you. This is the World, which is a card about completion. And whenever I get this card in this context, there's two things that come up. The first thing is there's a lot of people here, but in the reverse, it's like, I just want to show you the world, just you alone. I just want to show you the world. And then the other thing that I sometimes get from this is I kind of want to like not come to the full completion. Like I sort of want to just like bring you right to the edge, a little bit of edging there going on. Good. And then this is what I want you to do to me. This is the 6 of Cups, and it's in its reverse. I want you to throw out any past associations that you have with other sexual union in your past. I promise you will never have experienced a sacred union like the one that I'm going to show you. And I want you to just release any past associations you've had, even if we've ever been physical together, though some of us have not in the collective, but those of us that have, forget what it was like before, because I am a transformed person and this is a transformed experience for the both of us. And I want you to return to me. I want you to come back to me. Okay. I realize now it's time to do the feminine side. That was a lot. There was a lot of good stuff in there, and there was a lot of annoying stuff in there. So I'm just going to keep it pushing. Okay. Divine Feminine. This is how I feel about the connection. In my headspace with Mystic Mondays. Oh, by the way, I was using the Tattoo Tarot in the headspace for the masculine. I don't know if I said that. And the Cosmic Tarot in the heart space. So those are the two decks I was using. For feminine, I'm using Mystic Mondays. This is the Ace of Swords upright in the headspace. And the Muse Tarot, the 5 of Emotions or the 5 of Cups in the heart space, both upright. So Divine Feminine is saying to the masculine today, I see the future. And I'm optimistic about it. I'm optimistic about it. It's been cold. Like, it's been very cold here. And I don't know why I keep repeating myself. Maybe just to like convince myself that I'm optimistic, but I am. I'm optimistic. I've cut out sadness from my life. I've cut out the tendency that I would have in the past to just like allow myself to go deeply into the sadness. And instead, I've really done a lot of work on seeing things from a different perspective so that I could clear away the cobwebs that block me from being able to truly envision the culmination of this union, because I do want to come into a union with masculine energy. Something that I've been hiding from you. When you have to read the cards and you're like, I would like to keep that private, please. The Three of Wands and the World. Here, and the reason why I'm so irritated about revealing this to the masculine is because I don't want to tell him this, because the thing that I'm hiding from you is I am patiently waiting the completion of this cycle with you, that I am not seeking out other potential union at this time, because I can see the ships coming in and I am waiting patiently for the completion of this journey. And I do feel that I'm going to come out on top of the world in this way. But I don't want you to know that I'm patiently waiting, because I don't want to have you make me wait any fucking longer than it's already been, motherfucker. That's why I'm like, really, 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 you're going to tell the masculine that today? You're going to tell the masculine that today? I would never have told the masculine that, ever. Also, I don't even know which masculine I'm waiting for, so there's that. That was not in the cards, so there's that. All right, but here's what I am seeking forgiveness for, okay? We have the Four of Pentacles upright and the Knight of Emotions upright. I'm sorry that I was seeking external validation through other offers that were coming in. Sue me. Fucking sue me, okay? I was getting bored over here waiting for you to complete the cycle, and so I let a couple people give me some offers. I didn't do anything. I just accepted some offers. I didn't take the offers and let the offers pan out, but I was experiencing validation from this, and I'm sorry, okay? I'm upset. Okay, let's continue. These are the things I feel about the present moment. The Fool. I would be blushing, I think, if I talk any more about what my secrets here. The Fool, the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, and the Three of Swords in reverse, or the Three of Voices in reverse, from the Muse Tarot. Okay, let's go into it. I'm stupid. I'm foolish. I'm so impatient for this new beginning. I just really want to take a leap. I don't want to wait. I've been taking care of myself and shit, and like, I'm good with it. It's time for me to leap. I've been healing the wounds that have been in my heart space. I've been not holding on to these ideas about third-party energy. I've just been letting that go, because it just doesn't even matter. I know that's true. How do I know that's true? Because when I was entertaining other offers, my heart was always thinking of you. So So I know that if you have third-party energy, it doesn't matter. I know that your heart still feels what my heart feels. I know that. So I'm healing those wounds or I have healed them. I'm coming out of the time when these things were holding me back. I'm ready for this new beginning. I'm ready for it though, now, which means you need to come because I'm so pissed that you know that I'm going to wait for you now. Son of a bitch. Okay. This is what I want from you. This is the Queen of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles or materials in the Muse deck. I want you to respect me and come and make me an offer. I want you to know that I have this offer that matches yours and is just as abundant and just as prosperous as what you want to give me, which means your offer doesn't have to look as good as mine yet because I don't need it. I just want it. I saw my sister sent me this fucking amazing TikTok with this dude that was answering a comment that this guy made that said something like, you say you don't want a man, but you really do. And this guy was like, let me just clear this up for you, dudes, okay? Women don't need men. They don't. They can have their own bank account. They can have their own credit cards now in all of the states, even though they couldn't until the 90s. They can have their own careers. They can be fertilized and have their own children. Like there's literally nothing that women need men for, which means you don't have to just be nice. You don't have to just be a good provider. You don't have to just be, like just show up. You actually have to be likable. And that's really fucking hard to do. And I really loved that was the perspective that he gave. You have to be likable. Likable has nothing to do with your wallet or where you live or how you live, like in terms of your material prosperity and well-being, and everything to do with your ability to communicate clearly, desire to have healthy boundaries, have self-reflexive abilities, understand when you need to fix something about yourself and not make that about me. I am truly likable. Ask anybody. I'm very likable. So you just have to match my likability. You don't have to have a bunch of money for me, honey, because guess what? I'm very likable and I'm going to make a bunch of money myself. Thank you very much. With the support from the people who I help, which is all I need. I don't need anything else. Okay? So you come forward with your offer and understand that all that offer has to be is I am willing, I am able, I am likable. I already like you. Okay. Then these are the things I long for and to tell you. No shit. I long for the Two of Cups. I really long for this fucking union to happen in the physical so that we can both be together, sharing the love that we have from filled cups, sharing the overflow, having dinner, breaking bread, take me on a motherfucking date. I really long for that, okay? And this is what I've been longing to tell you. The Seven of Pentacles in reverse and the Eight of Pentacles. Hey, I planted a bunch of seeds and bitch, those seeds, they are growing into an amazing harvest, okay? My prosperity, my abundance, it's all taken care of. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to feel diminished by the fact that I can take care of everything, okay? I can take care of everything I need for myself. I would love to enhance our earning capabilities by coming together, but I don't need it. And the thing is, what's really lovely is that now that I heard your side of the story, masculine, I realize that this is exactly what you're thankful for about me. That in the past that you identified a lot of your worth in how you could support the feminines that were in your life because they were codependent. But because I am not a codependent person, because I have healed those elements in myself, you value the fact that I really do create something really special for myself and attract my own abundance. That's something that you're thankful for. And so I'm excited about that because it's what I've been longing to tell you. It's like, babe, I don't need your coin. Like, if you want to give me nice gifts and shit, like, I'm obviously not going to be like, no, but I don't ever need that. There's never going to be a point in our marriage when I wake up and we're icy cold to each other. And then over the breakfast table, you're like, please tell me, why have we been so distant? And I say to you, you know, you just never made enough money for me to feel like you're really a man. There are some bitches that would do that, but this bitch is not one of them. Ever. I would never be like, it was up to you to make sure my life was cushy, and it's not, and that's on you. That's not a thing for me. It might have been a thing for other women that you have known or other people of any gender that you have been with, but it is not how I feel. I can take care of myself. I do take care of myself. I enjoy it. It's fun. I love what I do. And I don't want you to ever feel like this is something that I won't be capable of. I will always be capable of that. This is something I'm longing. No, this is something I need right now. It's something I'll give you in return. Holy shit. This is the Emperor in reverse and this fucking deck. Like, I swear to God, every single time I'm like, so for 2 days, I was like, I feel like I should use Mystic Mondays. But then for some reason, yesterday when I went to grab a deck, I like didn't get it. I got something else and I was like, oh, I was going to use Mystic Mondays, but it was already out of the box. And I was like, all right, whatever. And then finally today, which would have been the third day that I had the feeling to use it, I was like, I'm going to use it today. And I was like, I wonder why I want to use it today. I bet it's because of this Emperor card. And then it fucking comes out because it is the one that shows an energy that is clinging to the Emperor's back. And it is such an amazing image. And it comes out with what? What is the counterpart to this card? The Empress. Can I make it up? Because I can't. And what this says is, I need you to stabilize. I need you to see yourself as worthy and stable. I need you to release this energy that you need to try to control the situation. I need you to change your stubbornness by shifting it into commitment. Go from being stubbornly uncommunicative to stubbornly committed. When you have shifted this energy within yourself, I will be your wife. I will be your divine counterpart. I will be patient, and all of the promises that come from the abundance that I have within me, those are yours to share. Give me this, and I'll give you this. And you saw it here, folks, on Tuned In Tarot with the Hell. And these are the things I hope for us. Oh, yes, God. 4 of Cups in reverse. I hope we stop living in this fucking fantasy. God damn it. Let's stop living in the fantasy. Let's be in reality. Let's ground this into the present. Please accept this offer that I have been holding out. I'm ready. I'm ripe. I'm willing. How often do you get a fucking empress like me who is like, babe, I'm ready. Babe, I'm ready. Hey, will you take the cup? I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Take the cup. Okay. I hope you take the cup. And I hope this becomes something real. And I hope that we start to share the responsibility of this union instead of just putting it on this codependent, toxic energy that we have had around us in the past. Okay, this is the devil in reverse. I hope that we share the burden of facing our demons, of releasing anything toxic between us, of releasing anyone toxic from our lives that haven't been serving us, that have been making us feel less than. That's what I hope. You guys, I just do these readings like thinking, okay, now I'm going to know at the end of this reading, like whether or not I should focus on this person or that person. And then at the end of the readings, I'm like, God damn it. I don't know which one still. Why won't you just tell me? It's so annoying. Okay. Divine Feminine. This is what I promised to do about the way I think and feel. 6 of Wands. Which is what Divine Masculine has over here. Also, there was a shit ton of mirroring, but I didn't like lift every card up. I'm almost past that point now. And the 3 of Wands in reverse. So I promise that I will enjoy this success with you, that I will transform my feelings about the success, that I will release my impatience about how long it takes for us to be able to have this public victory. Saffron said, it's because your guides know you already know which is best for you. I wish I could answer that too. I can't figure it out because I got conflicting messages. I got like an energetic healing and like that person didn't know something. And at the end of the reading, they revealed something to me and I was like, wait, what? But then when I look at how I'm actually treated in the material, the person that I associated with my twin doesn't communicate with me at all. So I'm just like, that can't be because, yeah, anyway, it's a whole thing. Anyway, so I promise that I will release my impatience about this being public, that I will be less anxious about exactly when we can start talking about this to everyone. Because I understand that this transformation between us has to take place and that there is a lot of darkness here that needs to be worked out and sorted out for us to really be able to not have this be a private connection, like to have this be something that's more known about, more public. So I'm releasing my impatience about that process and about how long it is taking you to transform and embrace me and bring me this peace. So I promised to work on that. And I forgot to do, I did that. I think I did that for a couple of readings today. I forgot to do a card that would hone in the messages for the reading. So I guess we'll just skip that. We'll just do the bottom of it. Okay, sorry. Now, these are the things I'm thankful for about you. 2 of Pentacles in reverse. And that 4 of Cups, which was in reverse over here. It's up right now. So I am thankful this is about making a choice. And again, we're seeing that butterfly for transformation. We're seeing the lemniscate, which is the sign of eternity, that figure 8 there. That references the eternal connection. I'm thankful for you choosing, I guess, to protect our dreams. I think that you've made a lot of hard decisions, and I'm admitting to myself that you have done this not just in a hoarding way, not in like in a sneaky way, but that you actually were protecting what was precious to you. And you did that by keeping us in this fantasy, which to a certain extent has been difficult, but I understand that you made hard choices, and you did that so that I would be safe, so that I would be protected. And even if you did that in a selfish way, I'm still thankful that you chose to protect our connection this way. All right, now we will go to the final messages. Oh, no, sorry, I forgot the sexy positions. How could I forget the sexy positions? Maybe because this bitch just keeps saying the same thing over and over again. Because she says, I want the Prince of Cups energy. We just had this the other day. So what I want to do to you is I want to feel emotionally bonded to you in sacred sexual connection. I want to go with the flow. I want to just really have an outpouring of like love. I want to make love. This is definitely that cards. And what I want you to do to me, it's the same thing. I can't believe it. But the Queen of Swords in reverse. I want you to lower my guard. I want you to make me feel really safe. Like I don't ever have to worry about, consent, honestly, for some of us. That was just something that we didn't always have the luxury of in our relationships. That I don't ever have to worry about feeling uncertain or unclear about our sexual interactions, but that I feel very safe and I don't need to guard myself against the sexual energy that I want to experience with you. All right, now we can go to the final closing messages from the twins to each other, and we will do their healing card, and then we will do the union messages at the very end. All right, so wow, Divine Masculine, getting the spider card after saying that the thing he was most thankful for was this feminine's patience and hard work. And then we get this card that's such a lovely confirmation of the energy. Okay, and then let's get his message to you, feminine. Make your dreams real. Babe, weaving your dreams into the fabric of life begins with a single thread of intention, and then spirit joins you as your co-weaving partner. This again is bringing me to what he wants from the feminine, the co-weaving, the co-creating partner. Take but a single step to make your dream a reality, and I will take 10 toward you, for the universe is designed to support your dream weaving. I arrive when you need reminding of the awesome power of co-creation with spirit. Ideas and resources will begin to appear as if by magic as you begin to bring your dreams from the realm of intention into the world of senses where they take form. The action you need to take is to be clear about your intentions and then act as if you've become the one that lives the life you desire. The web of creation has an uncanny way of coming together to weave the beautiful pattern you set in motion. Another message I'm sending you is about any creative project you may be considering. Writing, painting, music, journaling, gardening. Now is the time when inspiration wants to be channeled through you as something creative, even artistic and tangible. Creative projects are successful now if you are so inclined. Let yourself be open to abundance. Wow, this is so significant to me. My person and I share the same career. We're both musicians. And what's interesting is basically what he's saying is if you create your dream that's not about him, but like your passion, whatever artistic thing that you're called to do, or if you're called to become a healer or anything like that, then you need to put your energy into that as you take that step towards this thing you're trying to create, that the masculine can take 10 steps towards you. That something about not doing this, about not doing the work that you're meant to do, or bringing your creation into the world, something about that is keeping him from being able to come towards you fully. And he might not know that intellectually. This is the energetic version of him. So he's basically saying, like, he might be like, I don't know why I don't just go make this happen. Excuse me. And energetically, that may be about, because the universe is like, no, you can't go in until the feminine is fully engaged in her work in this world, her purpose, her mission, until she's absolutely bringing to fulfillment her dreams. Once she is doing that, you can go, masculine, you can go to her. But before that is complete, you cannot go. So he is telling you basically that he has this intuition about this. And that's why you are seeing this, that he wants you to manifest your dreams so he can give to you what he's holding for you. But if he gives to you before you manifest your dreams, energetically, you might lose the drive you have. You might end up shifting into codependency and focusing on the masculine rather than doing what it is that you said you wanted to do. Really powerful message. Okay, so now we'll do, this is what will help the divine masculine to heal. We are getting the ritual card from the Seasons of the Witch, and it is the 33rd card. Now, if you are a feminine and you just heard that message and you are really far away from manifesting your dreams, I mean really far, like maybe you haven't even thought about what your dreams are. The 4 of Cups came up twice for you on the feminine side, once upright and once in reverse. And if you don't know what your dreams or passions are, and you're here and you're probably in a very early stage of the journey, and I want to caution you, and I do acknowledge that these are just words that I am saying, and words don't teach, only experiences teach. So what will happen is I'm going to give you these words and you're probably not going to listen to me, and that's okay. But when you're having the experience, you're going to remember me saying this, and then you're going to be like, oh, that's what's going on. So I'm going to say the words, even though you're probably not going to take my advice. If you don't know what your passions are and you aren't doing anything to pursue your dreams, I'm going to tell you that I expect you to be waiting for the person you are here about, or any person that's going to be at the level that you want to manifest. I would expect a decade plus of time to pass before you are fully ready. And I know that because most people on the twin flame journey are usually in some kind of back and forth dynamic with their person for over a decade. There might be false twins that come in first to enlighten you to your spiritual journey. So it's possible that the person you're focused on isn't even the person that you will want to be with after you start creating your reality and shaping it the way you want it to be. The reason I'm telling you this now is because I feel that if I had known, and I could be wrong because I didn't know and things worked out fine, but if I had known 10 years ago that it was going to take me 10 years to build my dreams, to see my person, I probably would have shifted my focus away from my person and put it more on my dreams. And maybe the length of time that passed would have been shorter, because I wasted, I'll put in quotes, it's not wasted time, but I did spend a lot of rent-free mental space on that person when I really could have been focusing on my dreams. And so interesting that because this is really telling me from what I was saying today, where it's like, I don't know which person is mine. The universe is like, it doesn't matter, because are you fully doing your dreams yet? And I'm like, kinda, like almost. My record is like almost there. I've got like 7 more tracks out of 11 to complete, which is another $7,000. I have like, to do all the promo. I have to actually call in the management that I need. I need to book shows. Yeah, no. I'm not fully living my dreams yet. And then that part of me is like, I have to wait. What, that could take so long. Like, you gotta book a tour. It's gonna be a long time. You have to come up with $7,000 to fucking finish your record. It's taking you a month every month to just do one song. Like, it's gonna be like another 7 months before you even know. Then you have 7 months, you still have to do all this other stuff. Like, that could so easily happen to me. But this is what I know. The panic attack I just had will take whatever time I'm expecting something to take and amplify it. And a calm reaction, which would be like, okay, well, you know what? I've been working on my dreams for a long time. And during that time, I put a lot of energy into focusing on the masculine. And so it's taken me a long time. But maybe if I really trust, maybe if I really have faith that I ask for something and I'm going to get it, then I'm not so worried about when it comes. It's like, imagine that you are a little kid and you are worried Christmas isn't going to happen. And that was real for a lot of kids. There's a lot of kids that didn't get Christmas, but I'm lucky enough to come from a family where Christmas happened every year. I might not always get every single present I asked for. I probably would get like knockoff versions of a lot of things. Every year, my siblings and I always we always bring up how my grandmother, God bless her, bought us a fake Wii off of like QVC. That was the most hilarious and useless video gaming system ever created. It was probably like $20 or something. I don't know, but it was the funniest fucking Christmas we ever had. So anyway, yes, we would get like, sometimes we wouldn't get exactly what we asked for. But if we worried every day, starting on January 1st, that Christmas would never come, how long would that year seem? Like, we knew it was going to come. We were like, all right, Christmas, well, there's Christmas next year. Like, and so you're not freaked out every single day worrying this thing that you really want when you're a kid. Oh, is it going to happen? It's not going to happen. That's what you're doing to yourself. You're being like, what if this never happens? And when you're in like, what if this never happens? But you can't change that about yourself. If you're an anxious person, I got news for you. You're probably somewhere in your chart an anxious person. I happen to have my 4th house is in Cancer. My Mercury and my Mars are in Cancer. And my Venus is in Virgo. So much anxiety over relationships and aggression and, whatever. So guess what? I'm always going to be anxious. But let me give you this gem. You don't have to stop being anxious. You have to shift anxiousness. Anxiousness looks like this. What if this never happens? And you transform it into, what if it does happen? What if it does happen? Whoa, that's so different, because that's actually what you're afraid of. You're not afraid of it never happening. You're afraid of it does happening. You're afraid of it does happening. You're afraid if it does happen. And you have to shift the anxiety into anticipation. So you're like, wow, what if it does happen? I better get ready. What kind of things do I want to have in place when it happens? Well, I certainly don't want to have like really, really embarrassing finances that I have to sit down over dinner and talk to this person about. Although if they watch my YouTubes, they already know about my $250,000 in debt for going to a very prestigious school. Thank you very much. However, there's a bunch of shit that you're probably, it's like when somebody comes over to your house and I'm like, I'm a Pisces rising. So my Leo is very neat, very tidy, wants everything to be very bougie and attractive. Like, look at my fucking dog bowls. Come on. That's my Leo. That's like, I'm going to spend a lot of money on this very mundane thing. It's going to look very chic. And then look at all the dust around my dog bowls. That's my Pisces. That's like, I don't feel like doing that right now. I'm feeling really sensitive today, and I just don't think I can handle that. And then the Leo part of me that's like, I should be paying someone to do that anyway. So then when someone comes over, I'm like, fuck, I need to like mop my house looks so bad. Like I can't live like this. So sometimes someone coming is an excuse to put your life in order. And I think that that's what these two cards, which were the things you were hiding from the masculine, is. Take your time, because I got some shit to put in order. But I don't want him to know that. Shh, don't tell him. I want him to come right away. Oh, I'm seeing your saffron, your energy. I love it. All right, so let's finally finish this reading someday for everybody. Okay, I will. All right, so let's go back to the masculine energy. This is what's going to help the masculine ritual. It says, can you feel them? Wild creatures linked by the very blood you spill into your craft. A ritual of dedication to self and those whose gazes hold fire, but whose whispers carry you softly through the unknown. Beautiful poems on these books. I think Juliet Diaz wrote the poems, or Lorraine Anderson, either one of them. Anyway, ritual is the very foundation of a witch's practice. It is the doorway to worlds unseen and a rite of passage. It is the deliberate honoring of the wise ones who've walked before us, the spiritual ones who watch over us. It is also a dedication to self, a place where you can find yourself in your practice and harness the power within. Ritual is a dedication to your craft and is about you showing up for things that are essential to you, be it going to work, organizing your kids, or hitting the gym. Spiritual rituals are no different. If anything, they are even more critical than the day-to-day stuff of life. It is important to take time to honor your magic and the magic of those who you call upon. By doing so, you are making a choice. If you have pulled ritual, it is because you are being drawn to honor your magic in a more profound way. You are being asked to explore your power as a witch truly and to find the proper time and energy to develop your craft. Making time to honor each step of ritual magic through intention is like sending out a beacon saying, I'm here and I'm ready. I literally just kept saying that. I'm ready to own my power as a witch. The powers that be will notice your efforts and begin to give you more power as a reward. So, Divine Masculine, I think you just need to take your practice more seriously. I think you manifest a little willy-nilly. You're sort of like, oh, I have power, but you don't really channel it in ritualistic ways. This can be about getting into routines in your life, because routines and consistency, it proves that we can trust in ourselves, that we can keep commitments to ourselves. I use an app called Fabulous, which has a free option. And honestly, the paid version, I mean, it's like fine, but I did it this year, but I feel like the app doesn't need to be, like, you don't have to pay for it to get a lot out of it, because it helps you just focus on one thing at a time, but introducing rituals into your life that will give you this consistency and trust in yourself. And so masculine's being called to do that. And I also think he's being called to believe in his power as a magician. And then this is his theme. The Prince of Cups. This is Page of Cups energy. This is true love, being heart-centered, being innocent, being naive a little bit, not being so jaded in terms of the love we feel and experience. And it's about apologies, making apologies. We saw that you want to make them, so go ahead. Start apologizing. Apologize for how you have failed to express your feelings in the past. That's your first step. All right, feminine, your turn. What do you want to say to the masculine? This is the starfish spirit, and it says, open, to infinite possibility. I will tell you what is crazy about the situation with the two people. So the first person, that person's been in my life since, it's been in my life since I was a teenager, but I met him in person in 2008. But the other person is reflecting exactly my masculine card pulls, like the divine masculine card pulls as well. Like, exactly. And the only difference between the two energies in terms of like what is being reflected is that the person that is like newer, that has come into my life within the last 2 years, that person talks about it. They still use like a sneaky way of doing it, but they still talked to me about it. And whereas the other energy did not, which is why I'm sort of like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Because the other person, when they communicated to me about what they needed to do, it was cleaning up the karmic mess, which I think that my person has been doing and not talking about. But I don't know. And that's why I'm like, which one is it? Okay. Anyway, I need to open to infinite possibilities. So here is what feminine is saying to the masculine. Masculine. When cynicism says no, starfish spirit says yes 1,000 times over. So starfish spirit is me. So I have to read that as in, when cynicism says no, I say yes 1,000 times over. Are you willing to entertain new possibilities? Are you limiting your goals in order to be realistic and cutting yourself off from the power of dreaming big? Let go of your rigid beliefs about what is possible for you, and let me inspire you to open your heart and your eyes to what Spirit has available to you. Now is a time to stretch beyond the familiar and unfurl yourself, for you are meant for more than you are imagining for yourself. Spirit wants the best for you, and so do I, and we both will support you in achieving whatever intention you hold dear. Well, that's a lovely message, Divine Feminine. And I guess the message there is whatever intention I want, that will be supported. And so basically, I just have to choose one. Do I want this one or do I want that one? Okay. Ancestors is the healing energy that's coming up for Divine Feminine. It is the third card, and it says, they hiss, a quivering so deep, only roots of your soil can lift the nakedness hidden within the vows made in silence. An ancient chill walking up the spine. This is about things from the past, right? Things that are rooted. The keywords are protection and guidance. Oh, let me see this question. But can't someone be that for you and also be meant to be a romantic partner? What was in that? What was I saying that was in regards to? Clarify that so I can answer that, because I don't know exactly what I was saying. I'm channeling, so sometimes I'm not paying attention entirely to what's said. That's why I rewatch it later, because I'm like, oh, that was useful information. Okay, so the ancestors card is your ancestors are always with you, protecting you. They watch over you and keep you from harm's way. They are present, telling you that it is safe to go forward, and you absolutely need to. You feel them with you. They also protect you from things you cannot see, like someone trying to put a hex on you or someone who is talking about you behind your back. These threats never make it to you because your ancestors have protected you without you having to ask. They want what is best for you, and they love you unconditionally. Rest easy. You have chosen this card because you are being protected and guided, even if you can't see how. Everything that has brought you here has been for a purpose. There is some lesson, blessing, or miracle in every situation you've ever faced, good or bad. Trust in those who watch over you. Know that there are thousands, maybe millions of your ancestors who have walked before you, sharing their love, wisdom, and protection. Be sure to thank them, because you wouldn't be here if they hadn't walked their hardships before you. Many have lived and died, laughed and suffered and sacrificed so that you can be here. Honor your ancestors by trusting them to watch over you. Call on them when you feel alone or afraid, and give your fears to them, allowing them to hold you as you walk through your path through life. So that's interesting, because it's basically like just rest. Don't even worry about which one is right, because I'm being guided and protected, and whichever one is right is going to be shown to me through that guidance, and I just have to trust in that. All right, so then we have the theme for you. I think is so interesting. You got the Princess of Discs, which is the Page of Pentacles energy. This keeps coming up for the feminine, I want to add. And I think that it is very interesting here that you both got Page energy, which is new energy, new love, new material manifestation abilities, like new ideas about your material experiences. This is taking steps, small steps, like that ritual card I was saying, like proving consistency to yourself. And it's interesting that the masculine needs to be having new takes on emotion, and the feminine needs to have new takes on the material. So it's like the both of them are working on having on being in this new energy in regards to feeling and expressing emotion and creating wealth and material prosperity here in the 3D. So, okay, so now I'm seeing this confirmation. Can't someone be that for you and also meant to be a romantic partner? That as in twin flame, not meant to be a romantic partner. Yeah, you know what? Actually, this is making me think of what I said yesterday to Kylie. Kylie does, she helps with marketing and design on Tuned in Tarot. She's part of the team. And I was on the phone with her yesterday, and I had said to her my newest revelation, which is that what if you all twins end up with a twin, not your twin necessarily, your twin that you focused on. Let's say in my case, what if I focused on my twin for 13 years and my twin helped me transform myself so that I could be in a healthy, stable relationship, and then another person on that same journey with their own twin had their own experience of that. And then when we arrive, we are both now ready because of the work that we experienced on the twin flame journey. So you end up not with your twin, but with another twin. Because really, being with your twin is sort of incestuous. But do you see? Like, is that a potential thing? And here's the truth. Nobody fucking knows, okay? I am an art historian. That was my first degree. And I am a very thorough person. I told you I have Cancer, hardcore Cancer and Virgo in my chart. I'm a Leo, which means we have to be the best at everything, which means we have to work really hard and read everything and know it all. So when I was getting into the twin flame journey, I just didn't care at first. I was pretty intuitive with it because I wasn't teaching. When I stepped into the role of teacher, though, I was like, okay, you know what? Now I'm going to start to go get some hard evidence about this twin flame stuff. And I went and looked for it, and I found a whole lot of nothing. There's no hard evidence. There is no physical research that I could put my hands on. There is no citation of like an original document about the twin flame journey. So the entire thing is composed entirely of people's opinions, their ideas, and their feelings that come from their intuition, which comes from messages from their guides. So I would think that if any of us put our faith in anything, it would not be a very amorphous, ever fluctuating story that has no true basis in a verifiable experience, okay? Instead, I would put it in our own experience, in our own intuition of the journey. And I would use your logic to compare and contrast against other people on the journey and their experiences. And that's all you can really do. But take everything that we say in the twin flame community with a grain of salt. At the end of the day, I am an entertaining person. I have memorized the meanings of a lot of cards. I have a history. I have, like I said, I have an art history degree, so I am trained in looking at visual images and drawing connections between books and stories and legends and myths. I'm skilled at this job. And I do feel like I'm a deeply intuitive person, and I feel feelings and I say what I feel. But that's what I'm doing. So when you come here and you're desperate for answers, I just want you to know that all the answers you need are really and truly going to come from you. And the only thing that I'm doing is sort of, I guess maybe like causing you to listen to yourself, because you listen to me and then you assess, does that apply to me? And you feel, and then you feel, oh yes, I really resonate with this, or I don't know, that's not really how I feel, or maybe I am not being honest with myself, but I actually do feel that way, right? That is what I do for you. I am really good at making you laugh, hopefully, and feel a bit better about sharing a lot of the same issues that everybody has. I hope that I help you release shame, because there is no shame in my collective. We all have and do things and say things and act in ways that are appropriate to our experiences. We are always doing our best. So that's what I hope to give you. But in terms of giving you any solid, like, verifiable, researched evidence about the twin flame journey, I've only got 2 stories for you. You can go back and look at the story of Radha and Krishna from Hinduism, or Osiris and Isis from Egyptian mythology. And there are others, but those are the 2 that I always think of the most. Those are the only documented twin flame type myths that I know of. And just like all myths, they're meant to be not taken. Like, we have a tendency, especially in America, because of Christianity, to take ritual documents as factual documents. And those are 2 different things. A spiritual document is meant to be a secret code, okay, that you're only supposed to understand after you study for a great length of time. That's why there's a priestly class. There are literally a group of people, I'm one of them, who set themselves apart from the rest of society to deeply explore spiritual concepts, okay? That's rare. Most people don't do that. That actually takes it's a dedication and a level of intention that most people don't have. Those books were written for people like me, people that were going to go in, or people that would consider being priests, being high priestesses, somebody that was going to try to achieve mastery in the understanding the purpose and meaning and spiritual journey of life. Okay? That's what the Bible was written for. The Bible was not written for just an average person to pick up and be like, oh, I guess that we have to do this because this thing, it's like, there was this baby, and then there were kings. They came in a desert, and they was okay. Why would that book have an actual accounting of an actual event when every single other religious text that's ever existed has been an allegory, or like a representation of a spiritual concept? Like, why would the Bible be the only one that wasn't like that? It doesn't really make any sense. Everything in the Bible is enlightening, and some of it's true. So that's the thing about all of these spiritual texts and concepts. I guarantee you, the number of people talking about twin flames, I want to say less than 0.0001% of them has any fucking clue what they're talking about. Because the amount of dedication it takes, the amount of stuff you have to read, the education you need to truly understand spiritual concepts is so much deeper than a person in their 20s, like, that really likes like alien posters and like black lights, probably has achieved. So just be wary, okay? I don't know what made me go into this lecture, but apparently I was called to do that today. I hope it helped you all. I just think that we put a little bit too much. We're like, maybe it's this, or maybe it's that, or maybe it's the other thing. And like, at the end of the day, you're doing your best. You're praying for things, you're having gratitude, you're honoring your feelings, you're checking in with your head, you're going head to heart. That's what you want to do. That's the goal of my readings, is that you reflect on this and figure out how it can help you shift inside of yourself. Okay? All right, let's finish. I'm gonna shut up now. Let's get at the God damn it, I have so much more shit to do. Okay. The 39 card, Moth Spirit. Oh my God. Surrender now. If you feel you've surrendered, surrender some more. I mean, how much more could I surrender? I was going to make a bad joke about, I'm not going to do it, but I was going to make a bad joke about police, like surrendering, but getting shot anyway. Okay, I'm not going to do that. All right, Moth Spirit can be intense, and honesty about your own compulsive tendencies is needed right now. What do you mean? It is too easy to switch from one addiction to another, distracting yourself from the discomfort of uncertainty and the thoughts and emotions that arise when you aren't single-mindedly pursuing a goal. I can't with this card. Moth Spirit calls to you to practice moderation in all things and recognize when you think you are head toward the light but are really heading into a fire that will cause burnout. Why are you so resistant to letting up? Could you be avoiding difficult emotions you need to feel and release? Now is the time to do a fearless inventory so that your addictive tendencies can be toned down and rechanneled into enthusiastic activity in moderation. You are not a machine. Listen to Moth Spirit's message that a change is needed to support your well-being. Oh, man, I'm using work so much right now to avoid my feelings, and it's not even funny. Maybe deep down you know you have become too attached to something and someone. Let go of your need to control the outcome and allow yourself to remember the many ways you want to channel your energy. To relationships, to work, to giving to others, to self-care, and to all other pursuits you value. Do you only value your person? Oh, well, you better fix that. Because if you only value your person, how do you know? Well, one of the best ways to find out what your core values are is to be very brutally honest. You can write this down and burn it after. Nobody has to see it. But I want you to get a piece of paper and I want you to write whatever time you get up in the morning. For me, that's 5 in the morning. So 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m., all the way to 11:30 or midnight, whenever you go to bed. And then I want you to count for every hour of your day, honestly. And remember, I told you you're going to burn this. No one else is going to see it. So be honest. Don't lie to yourself. If you spent 45 minutes sitting on the toilet on your phone watching TikTok videos, write it down, okay? And if the TikTok videos were all, if you were like on the deep hole of like, you know, spiritual comedy TikTok videos or tarot reading TikTok videos, make note of what it was. Because if you were spending a lot of time watching comedy, well, then laughter and feeling lighthearted is a value that you have. Okay. So that's how you're going to analyze the schedule. You're not going to use the schedule to punish yourself later. You're not going to look at the schedule and be like, wow, I'm an asshole because I didn't do all the things I say I want to do. You might feel that way and you need to go into that and look at that a little deeper. But the purpose of it is to take each thing and ask yourself, what is this about? If you spent 6.5 hours, no shame, watching tarot readings or reading tarot reading things or doing tarot reading things because you want to come back into alignment with your person, you don't have to write down, I am hopelessly addicted to my person. You can if you want to. That's probably true. But you can write down that you value connection. You value connection because it is so important to you that you're devoting a huge chunk of your day to trying to have a human connection. Okay, so that's something you value. When I did this, I found out what my core values were, which I talked about before, but connection, spirituality and wellness, aesthetics and luxury and creativity. Those were all things that really meant a lot to me. And spirituality and wellness involved like food preparation, taking care of myself kind of things, right? Because I do a lot of that. So Figure out what you do a lot. That's what you value. Okay. Those are the things you value. And whatever you're addicted to, there's some element in there that's showing you what you value, and you're not getting that in your life. If you're addicted to readings about human connection, you're missing human connection. So you have to give yourself that from somewhere that's not from your person. Interestingly, getting a dog has ended up resulting in human connection, because now when I go outside in my neighborhood, everybody talks to me. Everybody. And that did not used to be true. So I was very isolated before, when one of my biggest values was connection. And the only thing I was doing to try to meet that need was watching tarot videos or like spying on the person that I liked, instead of actually going outside and connecting with people. I was seeking a connection that I couldn't make happen because I wasn't filling my own needs. Okay. So go do that work. That's really going to help you. All right. Your healing comes from Cauldron today. This is bewitching. Yes, it be. Blink and you shall see a bubbling desire left in the brewing rain. This is a 10 card, which has to do with completion usually. And it says transmutation, vessel, and metamorphosis are the keywords from this card. A cauldron is essential for a witch and is often the center of her home. It has many uses, from cooking to working spells, brewing potions, and making floor washes. The cauldron is the vessel of transformation, turning materials into something useful, healing, and nourishing. The cauldron is a symbol of bringing many things together to create the things you want. Sometimes things have to be broken down before something can be created. It may even take several attempts before you have the perfect outcome. Do not be afraid to fail or try your spells a few different times or in different ways. As you grow in your practice, you will begin to see what works and what doesn't. You will understand the signs of your bubbling pot and can make adjustments when needed. If you are holding the cauldron card, it is because there is not one path to the outcome you seek. I love that for me. Oh my God. You may have to try many different approaches to manifest what you desire. Perhaps becoming a millionaire means you have to develop a few different sources of income to find love. You will have to kiss many frogs before you find your prince. A spell may need to be worked over the course of many months or even years. You cannot always expect your workings to happen within the course of a moon cycle. There are often things in your aura that are preventing you from being ready to receive what you seek. Perhaps you have to learn how to manifest something else before manifesting the bigger goal. Go manifest your dreams. I want everybody who's in this room right now, there's 5 people in this room right now, and me. Right now, we're going to make a commitment. We're going to forget about a person for an allotted amount of time each day. Put it on your phone pick a time a day, and for 1 hour, you're going to forget about your person, and the only thing you're going to do during that hour, or if it's longer, God bless you. The only things you can do have to do with you and your dream. And if you don't know your dream, go to pearlsprayers.com, go into my email, and we will find a reading or a service that we can help you to figure out what your dreams are. If you can't afford to get counseling to figure out what your dreams are, then the way that you do it is you go back to the time before you were 0 to 7, and you think about the things that were the most fun to you, the things that you really, really love to do, even if they were silly, even if it was like coloring in a coloring book. And you're like, well, what does coloring in a coloring book have to do with like what I would do as an adult? Well, what were the feelings you had when you did that? It was a calming activity. It was taking something that needed to have color added to it. It was artistic. It maybe means that you need to work with colors in some way. Maybe you need to work with fabrics. Maybe you need to work with art. Maybe you need to do something where you have a design or a template that you then make your own. Like, you have to just think about yourself. Think about yourself. and ask questions. Be as curious about yourself as you are about where the fuck your person was yesterday. For an hour. Just an hour. The other thing that I think about when I hold this card is kids in the back seat saying, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Or you're in the kitchen, you're boiling water, and you keep checking it to see if it's boiled yet, right? A watched pot never boils. If you're watching your person, have fun. That's what you're going to keep doing. Stop watching your person. Take your focus off of them. Let them do their thing. The person that I've only known for 2 years who revealed to me that they have some shit to do, they literally said, yep, I have to call these people. I have to disconnect from these people. I have to clean my act up, and I need to take some time to do that. And I was not triggered at all because of my experience with my twin. I was like, oh, he's got to go clean up a mess. And well, I know how that goes. And I'm not going to bug him while he's doing it because he's got nothing for me during that time. If he did, he'd offer it to me right now. He basically told me he wanted to, but he couldn't, right? So focus on yourself because your person's not going to get done their shit any quicker. If you're like, oh, I hope they get done their shit quicker. Like, that's just really not going to help them. And there's nothing you can do to help them outside of helping yourself. If you help yourself, that will help them. You take pressure off of them. When you help yourself, you take pressure off of everybody in your life to take care of you. Your mom, your siblings, your friends, your relationships improve across the board because it's so weird. Nobody has to take care of you. And that doesn't mean that when you have relationships with people, you're never going to take care of them or you're not going to enjoy the feelings of getting, like last night, Kylie, she needed some help. I gave her some. I wanted to. It felt good. It was nice. So there are times when that happens. And there are times when it doesn't because you're giving yourself enough and your friends are giving yourself enough. Then you just get there and you have a good time. Wow. Okay. The thing is, you tell yourself you want the person because you think the person is going to make you feel like you're worthy enough to take care of yourself. But that doesn't come before the person. Or that doesn't come after the person. It comes before the person. You can't get the person to think you're worthy enough if you don't think you're worthy enough to think about for an hour. Like, if that's going to be hard for you to do today, you got a long road ahead of you, honey. And there's thinking about yourself as a narcissist, which is different from thinking about yourself in a reflexive way. Thinking about yourself as a narcissist is that you kind of picture yourself in a movie and everything that's happening around you is just really about you. And like these different characters are like playing roles that have to do with you. And you're thinking constantly about how everyone else is to blame for the things that are going on. That's narcissistic. But being self-reflexive is where you're like, what am I doing? Where am I going? How are other people receiving me? How am I affecting others? That's self-reflection, okay? This is the theme. You both have, or you all have page energy. New love, new steps, making new steps in the world towards balance within self, and Page of Swords. Being brave, new ideas, picking up a sword, starting to think differently about the twin flame journey. Like, maybe I blew your mind today. Maybe you're like, whoa, shit. Anybody could be my twin. I guess I better start thinking more about myself and less about a person who might not be a person that's important to me in the long run, outside of the fact that they just showed me how important I was to myself. This is also about just being brave, being courageous. And it's about being curious. And I said, stop being curious about what your person is doing. Stop spying and watching every second what your person is doing, and be curious about yourself. Be curious about what makes you want to look at the person all the time instead of just sort of doing the stuff that you want to do because you know it will make your life better. You know, like I think about that to myself. I'm like, dude, why am I doing this? Literally, all I need to do right now is go to my website. This is what I've had to do for a week. Go to my website, click create new page, open the page, put a place for a video player in it, put a place for a message board. It's all Wix, okay? I literally have to go click, choose a photograph, and then hit members only, publish. And I will have the members only part of my website complete. And then you can go there to watch the Tell Me Everything spreads, because beginning very soon, these spreads are only going to be on the members only site. But don't worry, it's going to be really cheap. It's going to be like $3. to be a member. It's just so that I can have some consistent revenue for these readings, which I think are my most powerful and most fun readings. It will take me an hour at most to do that. But I don't do it. You know what I do instead? I'm like, oh, maybe Meredithia Crystals and Minerals has finished another reading for me to watch today so I can find out. I don't know. What am I even finding out? Because most of the time I just find out that I should go focus on my dreams. Okay. I hope that my reading was helpful for you today in more than just focusing on your person. I hope that you focused on yourself through this entire reading and reflected back on how this is you. And I hope that you approach your life with curiosity and bravery this week. And that when I see you tomorrow morning, which I know I will do, when we check into the masculine energy to find out what the fuck is going on, and the feminine energy to find out what the fuck is going on, I hope that we will have achieved some small steps towards our dreams. And that's the other thing. Break your dreams down. The only reason you're not doing them is because they seem really freaking massively overwhelming. And that's fine. Write down the whole overwhelming thing. Put it on a big giant piece of paper. Every single overwhelming aspect. And then laser focus on one tiny thing that you can do today. For instance, I can make the page I just talked about. That's one thing I can do. And I can even break the page down. I could literally go, today I will select a picture for the background of the page I'm going to make. It's the only thing I have to do today. Just that. And I'll write that down, select a picture. The odds that I'm going to go do that instead of like create an entire thing, publicize it, market it, distribute it, high chance of me avoiding that. Much higher chance of me being like, okay, I'll go pick a picture. Let's see. I got 6 pages, 6 photos. There's 5 left for my photo shoot. And that's the one I'll pick. Okay, I'm done. Now, I can stop because that's the only thing I told myself that I wanted to complete today. So I could stop at that point. 9 times out of 10, though, the fact that I got up and did something I wanted to do creates this little spark. It's a little spark. And now I pick the picture and I'm like, oh, do I want the video player like at the top? Do I want to put it at the bottom? I don't know. Let me see what it looks like. And then a few minutes later, I'm like, oh, all you have to do is click that for them. Okay, there's that. That's done. And then I just click publish. It probably took me less than an hour. But all I had written down on my book for the day was choose a photograph. And you know what? If I was having a shitty day or a Pisces rising day where my ass was like, oh, I can't be motivated to do anything, fine. Then all I have to do is keep the commitment to myself that I will only do the one thing. And then the sense of accomplishment that comes from that is so beautiful. I promise you, okay? Music-wise, same thing for me. What do I need to do? I have to make an entire... thinking about this just makes me want to die. I have to take every one of my songs. I have to create a live set. There has to be an acoustic version and an electronic version. Every one of the BPMs has to be set up correctly so that when I go to the set, I can just hit play down the whole thing and it just plays correctly through the entire thing. I have to call my engineer, my mix engineer, and I have to be like, hey, can you send me all the stems so that I can make sure I have all the backing tracks in each one of these correctly, and then I have to like bounce them into the way that I want to. That is so much work, and that's why I haven't done it for a month. So instead, I'm going to go write down on my planner that today or tomorrow, whatever day I choose, all I have to do is go to the set and type the name of each song and the BPM of each song. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to start there. This is how you make things more manageable. This is how you take a really big dream, which is win a Grammy from my amazing record that I produced myself, and turn it into actually be able to go perform and do shows. So I can get a Grammy someday. Instead of, maybe someday I will make that live set and do a show. Okay? So go do those things. And if you need help, let me know. I have a great assistant. She's amazing. Her name is Ash. You can find her on Ontario. She will help you get your schedule together. Very affordable. Sometimes we don't give ourselves things because we think we can't afford it. You don't have to get a full-time assistant. You can pay somebody to sit with you for an hour and go over your schedule and help you plan. That makes you accountable. So do things to help facilitate your dreams, okay? And focus on that more than your person. If you do that, you will stop caring about whether your person comes. And as soon as you do that, your person can come. That's just how it works. I swear. Okay, have the best day today. Take care. Thanks for all the love, Saffron, in the comments today. I do love having like an ongoing discussion is really great. And thank you for saying I'm a blessing. And no one understands how hard it is to be a recording artist. 100%. It is so hard. People are like, oh, you're so good at singing. Why don't you do it as a career? And you're like, if the career was for me to sing, everybody would do it. The career for a musician is not to sing. If you're a good singer, here's what you can expect. You also should probably be good at an instrument because otherwise you're going to have to pay somebody to accompany you. If you want to record your music and you can't afford it, you might want to learn how to do that and do that. After you learn all of those skills, you might also need to then figure out how to book yourself, how to market yourself, how to get people to listen to your music. By the way, please go to pearlsprayers.com, click on Pearl and the Prayers, and go listen to my music on all the streaming services, which is also now a part of my career. So now I'm an entire record label. And really, I'm super great at singing. But somehow that means I have to be a record label. I don't know. Being a recording artist is bullshit. But it's fun, and that's why we do it, I think. I don't know anymore. I'll let you know. But go listen to my music. I hope you love it. And I hope you all have a great day. Thanks for staying all the way to the end and listening to me go on and on. I just love the attention. Best day ever. Everybody take care.